The purpose of this show is to guide you to realign with habits that get you to live the life you've always dreamed of. This is the Habit-Based Lifestyle Podcast with Jesse Ewell. This is the habit-based lifestyle where you can access your full potential right now. Finally break free from destructive habits. That dream life, if you want it, you can have it. This is where you transform your health, mind, business, and relationships, or do nothing and keep your life the way it is. But if you're ready for change, you're in the right place. This is where you're gonna learn how to live a habit-based lifestyle. You are tuning in to the Habit-Based Lifestyle Podcast with your host, Jesse Ewell. This is the Habit-Based Lifestyle. Let's go.
All right, welcome back to the Habit-Based Lifestyle Podcast. I am your host, Jesse Ewell, and today got a very special guest, one of our clients inside of the HBL Marketing Accelerator, Steven Grooms. He's a doctor. Steven, give us a little brief intro, man, on you and how long you've been a doctor.
Yeah, so I graduated chiropractic school in June of 2019 from Life University. Then pretty much finished up national boards for the next 6 months or so at that time. And I started, I opened my office in January 2020. So okay. I've been going since then.
Awesome, man. So you kind of opened your office right when the pandemic, a couple months before the pandemic started.
No, it started like next month, man. It came to next month and I was just thinking, oh my God, it's never going to get going.
Nice. Okay. So, let me ask you this, man, before coming into, the HBL Accelerator, what were some of the things you were struggling with, in your business?
Marketing to a bigger, more broad network than I was hitting for the first couple of years of my office is what I was trying to do. So really marketing in general wasn't something I'd done. Everything was mainly word of mouth. And so I felt like I'd kind of tapped out on the people I had that were close to me, and I was trying to expand.
Okay, cool. And so what was like not having, a predictable marketing system? Like what was that keeping you from doing?
I'd say hiring some more staff and getting a higher volume into my office was the main thing. I mean, I was pretty much tapped out on what I could do alone. So, and I was pretty much the only person in my clinic. So I was doing everything. And in order to still live comfortably for me and to have somebody on staff, I needed to see a higher volume more frequently because I'd have high months and low months.
Okay. So, just the consistency of consistently building onto each month. What made you really like jump into the habit-based lifestyle program, knowing there's a lot of other ones out there? Like what was the difference in kind of like what you've seen initially?
I was getting hit with all these random, I can make you $1 million or I can get you X amount of new patients in so many days, free trial stuff. And, I was taking a lot of that stuff with a grain of salt because I was thinking I've seen people fail with that stuff. I'm pretty picky with who I like to work with. So I think you ended up coming in and you said, hey, can we just get a phone call? And we chatted, and I actually told Angela, my girlfriend, I said, that's like the realest one I've talked to. That's the only person that sounded legit. And, I liked what you had to say. We talked a couple more times and then I stepped in.
Okay, cool. And, knowing you've been in, I think you've been in our program close to a month or a little over a month, and, a little bit less. Okay. So like what has been, kind of like the results you've gotten in our program so far?
Yeah. So the first week we started, I think I had like a 20% increase in just patient volume that first week. And I think that was just with getting, myself out there and taking the advice you guys gave me. That was really cool to see. And then I say in the first three to 4 weeks, I guess we're in the fourth week now. I saw 15 new patients, and they were all like gung ho, ready to go. People were just, dying to get some chiropractic treatment.
Yeah. And these are more of like your ideal patients. These are not like the typical tire kickers, right?
Right. Yeah. These weren't people that I just, I knew already. A lot of them were just random people who maybe they were once removed from one of my patients, but most of them were pretty just, hey, need to get adjusted. Can I come and see you?
Okay, cool. So more of kind of like your ideal clients are coming in or started coming in. Now, prior to working with us, like how many typical new patients would you get in a month?
I'd say I was getting a consistent, probably 5 to 10 patients a month that were new. But like I said, those were typically referrals from friends of my patients.
Okay. So you got 15, brand new clients, to come in. And then, what did that produce for you, say in that first like 30 days?
So with the care plans, we've got those patients on, ran the numbers. That'll give me just over 8,000 when those care plans finish up with those patients.
Okay, awesome. So 15 new clients, $8,000 in new revenue. Those are obviously amazing results. Like, were you expecting to see results that fast when you came in, or like what was kind of your mindset coming in?
I mean, I wanted to see results that fast. And I think that when we spoke, I said, I'd like to see a good increase over time. And my timeline that I expressed was about a year. And you said, why don't we just do that in like 3 months? And I was like, well, this guy seems like he's either full of it or he's all the way in. So I'm a go-getter. So I said, let's just do it. And, sure enough, we're starting to see the results very quickly.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. So, seeing those results, obviously, fairly quick, like what does that do for you and kind of like your confidence in showing up every day?
Makes it a lot more fun. I mean, there's more responsibilities to it because I've got more patients to see, but that's what I want. I never want to have any downtime. I'm not a downtime guy. So being able to come in and know I've got X amount of patients, and I mean, they all deserve my best. So if I don't come in with, the attitude to help them, then, and I'm worried about other stuff, then I'm not really in it.
Yeah. I mean, has it shifted your mindset, like from say 3-4 weeks ago, right before you started? Has there been a shift in your mindset since like joining the HBL program?
Yeah, I'd say my mindset's, it's a lot more, we got to get some stuff done. I think I got a little bit lackadaisical the last maybe couple of months prior to joining. I don't feel like I was in a bad place, but I just feel a little more energized to show up and go every day.
Yeah, that's awesome. Has there been an unexpected result, man, you've gotten from this program?
I didn't expect to see the numbers I'm seeing as quickly as I am, as far as like unexpected. Like I expected to succeed. I always want to. And so actually doing that gave me a little bit more income to go on a nice retreat this last weekend over the 4th with Angela. So that was fun.
Nice. So unexpected result, like you got to book a last minute trip and go on some vacation, right?
Yeah.
That's awesome. So, let me ask you this, man, like, you've been in here almost 30 days. You've already seen pretty amazing results. Like, what would you tell someone who say was maybe on the fence of, working with us or working with someone else?
I'd say this is going to be the realest you're going to get. It's not a cookie cutter approach. And I like the fact that you guys aren't really holding our hands. You just say, this is how it works for us. This is where we've gotten results. And this is my recommendation. And it's really up to me to be able to do it and get it done and say, this is how I got to do it. Let's do it right. I know, if I didn't do it, it's because of me. This is the only company I've seen like that. A lot of them want to jump in and say, we'll do it for you, pay us a price. But you guys are like, hey, look, we got a system. It works. I'd say that's the biggest thing.
Okay, cool. And then let me ask you this, man, like, what have you gotten from like the coaching calls or like, as far as like support, like what's like the major thing that kind of sticks out to you with those things?
I think it feels like it's a family approach, right? There's nobody in there we're all on the calls, right? And everybody's invited to the calls. So I get to see, there's other chiropractors in there, other people from different professions. And you get to see their struggles and what they're going through. And even if I'm not having that same issue as that other person, even if they're not in the same business, I do see a lot of value to being on those calls and just listening to what's going on and saying, okay, that's a better way to word that. I think I said that after the first call. I said, I need to word the way he said that so that I can get, a better conversation out of people.
Okay. Awesome, man. Well, hey, dude, you've gotten amazing results in your first 30 days, already able to take an extra vacation. And not only that, you're just in your first 30 days. So we're super excited and just proud of you, man, the work you're doing, and can't wait to see what you do in the next 3 months.
Definitely. I'm excited.
The purpose of this show is to guide you to realign with habits that get you to live the life you've always dreamed of. This is the Habit-Based Lifestyle Podcast with Jesse Ewell.